Now, I think that's going to be a little bit more difficult to do against the Joker, Jack Hermansson, who has pretty fantastic grappling himself. But moreover here, AJ, Jack Hermansson is not going to bring the fight to Roman Dolidze the way that Phil Hawes does, right? He's not going to be sitting there standing right in front of him trying to shoot takedowns on him. Jack Hermansson showed us in his last fight, AJ, when we all counted him out, what is he best at doing? Let's be honest here. It's skirting around the cage, winning a point fight, not letting you be successful in the areas that you're best at. How does Roman Dolidze mitigate that?
Man, mitigate the movement of Jack Hermansson. When you're right, Derek, when the going gets tough, Jack Hermansson gets on his bike and point fights his way to all the judges' hearts. And how does Dolidze stop that? Cutting off the cage, using some angles, and getting to the hips, man, getting to the clinch, really wearing down and kind of putting his own body weight, making Jack Hermansson carry the body weight of Dolidze is going to be the way to get this dude, man. Get his legs heavy, get his legs tired, put a weighted blanket on him at all times, so that way he can, when those late rounds come and you're a little tired, both people are breathing hard, that way he's just a little less willing and a little less mobile on that bike that way, because we know the bike's going to be there. That's a big problem. Do you see it another way, Derek?
Yeah, catch him, knock him out. I think that's how you do it, bro. And I know that's so, like, it sounds dumb, right? But I'm saying, like, Jack Hermansson in this role, in this fight, you got to be perfect for 3 rounds. Roman Dolidze only has to land 1. When it comes to the grappling, Roman Dolidze, fantastic grappler himself. And let's not forget, as soon as he started leaning into the grappling, he started having more success. Who would have known, right? As soon as he lost that fight against Trevin Giles, he was like, oh no, we're wrestling, bro. Like, we're not doing this shit no more. And then the grappling is what got him the win against the Phil Hawes of the world, right? So it's just going to be tough, man. I find it very difficult, especially in the big cage, for him to be able to really land that perfect shot against Hermansson, given the amount of movement that he does. I like what you said. Jack Hermansson point fights his ways to every judge's heart. Like, I really like that saying, because Jack Hermansson, literally, man, it's not flashy, it's not fantastic, but it's effective, and this is what he does. So my question to you before we talk about the actual X's and O's and like the numbers of this is that for Roman Dolidze to have such a phenomenal career thus far, 11-1, 3 big wins in a row over going. I mean, this one shouldn't count as much, but Laureano Starpoli, I mean, a welterweight who shouldn't have been fighting at middleweight, but he did what he did. You decisioned him. Kyle Dawkins, you ate that man up. And we're about to talk about our boy Kyle Dawkins here in a second, but you ate him up. And then Phil Hawes. So you're coming off of back-to-back nasty knockouts, even though the Phil Hawes should have been stopped before the knockout. But you come off of this fantastic performance just to become a plus 160 underdog with very little chances in the eyes of the odds makers to win this fight against Jack Hermansson. Is Hermansson simply that good, or is Roman Dolidze being overlooked?
I think Dolidze is being overlooked in this one, man, and it really is hard to do it against the Joker. It's hard to not overlook Dolidze in this fight because Jack really is that good, and we've seen him time tested to be that good. But Dolidze is a dark horse, man, and if he can get one over on the Joker on this fight, man, and it's going to be a milestone fight for Dolidze. Mm-hmm. Don't count him out. I'm personally me. I'll give you my pick right now, Derek. I'm going Jack Hermansson. And I'm going decision, man. You know, it's we were talking about it before. It's not flashy, it's not fun, but Jack Hermansson knows how to get it done. I'm going Jack Hermansson by decision. What about you?
Yeah, man. Just to give my pick, Jack Hermansson, give me him, give me the decision. Like I said, I think the movement, especially, I mean, bro, his last fight against Chris Curtis, a dude who are like on the feet, Chris Curtis is going to pick this boy apart, and there wasn't even... I mean, it wasn't even close. You know what I mean? Even we were saying, like, Jack Hermansson's going to shoot. That's how he's going to win. He's like, nah, I'll just stand up with you and just, like, pick you apart the whole fight. Like, it's not going to be a problem. Even Chris Curtis said it after the fight. He was like, bro, I couldn't catch him. I couldn't find my timing. I couldn't get the groove, right? And if he can do that against a world-class striker like the Action Man, I mean, Roman Dolidze got to load up a lot on those shots to be effective. I just think it's going to be not easy money, but I think that this is going to be a better opportunity for him to win. Now, I guess that's it, man. I guess we could move on from this fight. I guess for Roman Dolidze, my whole entire thing about it, man, dark horse, you're right. I think he could win this fight. I was telling you while the mics were cold, I was like, bro, I was literally watching film on this fight before we were recording because I'm just like, I'm so back and forth on it. Just know, folks, if you want to throw a hedge on any one of these fights, Roman Dolidze is the guy that I like to throw a hedge on right here. So, all right, man.